Today, our learning target is this. I can find quotients of multi-digit whole numbers. What does that mean? What does a quotient mean? Quotient, the answer to division. So we're going to work on division today, which reminds me of a joke. What is a swimmer's favorite math operation? Swimmer's favorite math operation? Division! Get it? Dive? Like you dive in? Division! Division. Okay. Sorry. Went a little over your head on that one. Alright. Why did the girl wear glasses to math class? Because it helped her with division. Division, vision, like you can see, you get it? Oh yeah! Alright. Helped her with division. Alright, but seriously now we're going to get into our language target. So what should we be able to say after class? I can explain my process of division using the word quotient, dividend, and divisor. Alright, so we've got a problem here. We have find 7,322 divided by 14. And we have done that division work and we found out that the answer was 523. Now there are three really important words here. When we have a number that we are dividing, what we call that is the dividend. So this number right here. Now the number that we are dividing by, the number that is going in, 7,322, divided by, we call that number that we're dividing by the divisor. Doesn't make sense. We're dividing by the divisor. Kind of like I run, I'm a runner, or I multiply, I'm the multiplier. I divide, if I divide, I'm the divisor. So this number we're dividing by, the number we're dividing by is the divisor. Now, this number that we get as the answer to any division problem, the number is the quotient. Say the quotient. The quotient is the answer to a division problem. So whenever we see an equal sign in division, we have the quotient. I have way too many arrows, but right now, there 523 is my quotient. Now let's talk about how we came up with that today. Alright, so we've got a question. Find 11,796 divided by 12. Well, I'm going to take my dividend, the number I'm dividing, and I'm going to put that into my division box. So I'm going to have 11,796 in my division box. My divisor, I'm always going to put on the outside, divided by 12. Now, because this is a multi-digit number I'm dividing by, the way that I like to do that is I like to make a list of those multiples of 12. That way, when I'm doing this, I can just refer back to that multiple of 12, because I honestly don't know all my multiples of 12. So I say 12 is the first one. So 12 times 2 is 24, times 3 is 36, because 24 plus 12 is 36. Now if I multiply 12 times 4, then I'm getting 36 plus 12. So 2 plus 6 is 8. And 1 plus 3 is 4. I get 48. Now times 5, 2 plus 8 is 10, and 1 plus 4 plus 1 is 6. So I get 60. Now I've got my 9 multiples of 12. We don't need to go any further because if you have 10, then you're going to the next multiple. You don't need to multiply by 10, just 9 multiples of 12. So obviously 12 can't go into 11, so I have to move to 117. And I'm going to know that 9 is going to be the closest number I get to 117. So I'm going to put a 9 right above my 7. And obviously I can just say that 9 times 12 is 108, because I've already established that 9 times 12 is 108. I'm going to subtract 17 minus 8 is 9. And I'm going to move down my 9. Okay, so 12 goes into 99. How many times? I can just go here, look here. Okay, 96. So I'm going to say 8 times. 8 times 12 is 96. And 99 minus 96 is 3. I'm going to bring down my 6. And I'm going to say, all right, 12 goes into 36. I see 3 times. 3 times. And I have an exact number. 0 in my remainder. So now this one, the dividend is 11,796. The divisor is 12. And the quotient is 983. So I'm going to say my answer, my quotient is 983. But what happens if we don't get an exact number to start off with, or if we have decimals involved? Let's check that out together. Okay, so we've got a new question that you can write on your paper. Find 3,409 divided by 14. And I'm going to set this up the exact same way. I'm going to put my dividend in the inside of the box. So go ahead and write that on your paper. I'm going to put my divisor on the outside of the box. And then I'm going to write my multiples of 14 on the side of my paper. So on the side of my paper, I'm going to start off with 14. Alright, so 14 times 2 is 28. 14 times 3, 4 plus 8 is 12. And 1, so I get 42. 14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, and 1 times 4, so I get 56. 14 times 5, 4 times 5 is 20, 1 times 5 I get 70. 14 times 6, 4 times 6 is 24, 1 times 6 is 6, so I get 84. 4 times 7, 4 times 7 is 28, and 1 times 7 is 7. Plus 2 is 98. 4 times 8, I can do 8 plus 4 is 12, and 9 plus 1, and then 14 times 9. 4 plus 12, 2 plus 4 is 6, and 11 plus 1 is 12. 126. Now that I've got my multiples of 14 all the way down to my 9th multiple, then I can start. 14 goes into 34 how many times? Well, I've got the closest number to 34 is 28. So 2 times. 2 times 4 is 28. And I'm going to get 14 minus 8 is 6. And I'm going to bring down my 0, because I took away from the 3 there. Now I'm going to say 14 goes into 60. How many times? I'm going to look over here. Okay, I get 4 times. So I get 4 times 14 is 56. And 60 minus 56, I bring down a 4. I'm going to bring down my 9. And 14 goes into 49. How many times? Well, it goes in closest to 3 times. 3 times 14 is 42. And 49 minus 42 is 7. Now what do I need to do? That's right, I have run out of numbers, so I need to bring down a decimal. Now we could, at this point, we could stop. We could stop and say that the answer is 243 and 7/14. That's a fraction. 243 and 7/14 would be a fraction to show this. How can we show this as a decimal? Yeah, we can just add a 0. So we're going to add a decimal and 0, and I'm going to bring that 0 down. I'm going to add a decimal because I'm going to show my place value. I've got my decimal in the same spot, lined up there, and 14 goes into 70 5 times. And 14 times 5 is 70, so I've got 0 left over. So 243 and 7/14, or 243.5. Those are both the same answer. 7/14 is a half, so it would be the same answer, right? So we have our quotient, 243.5 as the answer. Do your work online. Be respectful. Be responsible. Be safe. and I'll see you in class.